Hey, what's up, guys? So sometimes it's really fun to investigate your antiques. And so what I have here is like a miniature portrait. And usually miniature portraits were done on ivory. Most of the ones in my collection are done on ivory or porcelain. And I found this quite a few years ago, and I've kept it wrapped up and put away in my cabinet for so many years that I just came across it again. And so if you look close, I don't know if you could see, it's almost like an impressionistic type of painting. Let's get in there close of a woman. And I do not see any signatures on it at all. At all. It's like completely a mystery to me. And so it comes in this fancy little frame. And you can see it's like very, very like almost like really gaudy, but quite pretty. And on the back, let's flip it over. Yeah, you could see it's seen better days, right? It looks like it has some kind of calf skin that's worn away, calf skin over cardboard of some sort. And then there's this little note. It says, "This article is plated with pure gold, warranted for 10 years, guaranteed not to tarnish." Well, it's tarnished, and well, it's well over the 10 years. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty and try to find out what this is painted on. So let's take it apart and get in there. All right, so I placed it face down on a towel because I don't want the glass to break. And let's try to get in here and try to find out what this is all about. All right, so it's a piece of cardboard. And I think it once held like an easel or something like a stand. And it looks like it's on an old piece of paper. Okay, I'm trying to get it open. All right, so I got it out. And what is it painted on? Let's look close up. It looks like some kind of paper. Yeah, some kind of paper. And then let's flip it over and take a look at it. And it's probably never been out of the frame. And yeah, wow, that's really interesting. I've never seen a portrait painted like this. Let's get in there close. Yeah, this is definitely painted. This isn't a print. Let's check out the features of this. And do we see an artist signature anywhere? Huh. No artist signature anywhere at all to be found, unless, is it hidden somewhere? And I don't see it. Looks like maybe it's watercolor. This might be watercolor. And I think they call it, and don't laugh at me because I always butcher anything French, gouache, gouache, I can't even pronounce it. Gouache, something like that. Let's do a little Google search and find out more about this. So I just cleaned the glass. You should have seen the amount of filth that came off of it. And again, let's try to Google this and try to figure out what we have here. Okay, sometimes I get these like words that pop in my head. No, I'm not psychic, but the word Lola Montez popped up in my head. Maybe we're going to go down the rabbit hole right now, the Google rabbit hole. And maybe it was a picture or portrait of Lola Montez, who was, okay, you guys are going to like probably chastise me in the comments below. She was sort of a whore. She had like several husbands. She died of syphilis at like 39 or 43. There's like different arguments for what year she died. She smoked. She was like a bad girl of the time, and people idolized her and thought she was like, I guess, sexy back then, especially men. And wow, they even have a photo of her, and she is smoking a cigarette. And yeah, so pretty much when they painted portraits of people, they made them much beautiful than they really were um, in real life. And here's an example. Like, okay, so that goes to that. You follow what I'm saying? That goes to that. You follow what I'm saying? So somebody could have painted Lola Montez, because I see the flowers in the hair on one side, like the picture of my lady. Even though in some of these photos here, she had like black hair. The person could have like made their version of what they thought Lola Montez could have looked like. Now she was like whoring around with like on 4 different continents with different like princes and kings and all sorts of stuff. She was naughty, naughty, naughty girl. Very naughty. She was an Irish dancer who did like Spanish dances. She tried to make herself like an exotic Spanish lady, but she really was Irish. Let's find out some more info. Again, there's that flower in the hair thing. There's another photo of her to the left. And again, people did all sorts of portraits of her in different types of poses back in the day. Aha! So again, we are on the Google rabbit hole. There's lots of different pictures of her. Yeah, that's what she really looked like. And again, there's one of her, yeah, he looks like an angry man. One of the men that she bedded and she ended up getting syphilis over. Here's another, like, you see how people made different pictures of her posing and whatnot back in the day? So that's what I think I have there. I think it's Lola Montez and somebody's rendition of her, unsigned. And let's see, what do these little portrait miniatures sell for? Now, mine is made, here's a Lola Montez. This one looks like it's a crappy one. Yeah, it doesn't, it looks like it's printed. It doesn't even look like it's a real painting. $3.75. Let's check out some other portrait miniatures. And mine's done on GUASS. I call it GUASS. I know, my New York accent. So I'll just call it GUASS. And yeah, so here we go. Here's one painted on GUASS. And let's check it out. And what is it selling for? $695. Yeah, like I'm not going to get $695 doll hairs for mine. This person, it's like probably wishful thinking. It'll sit in their eBay store for like 10 years. But then again, there's an ass for every seat. You know how they say that. Here's one, $390.10. And is this one a GUASS? It is a GUASS. Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I know one of my subscribers will correct me in the comments below. And $390.10. Let's check it out. Yep, GUASS. Definitely on GUASS, unsigned. Interesting. Here's another GUASS portrait, $605. Geez Louise. My goodness. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Let's see. What do these sell for? Here's I think another one. Is this a GUASS? And it looks like $293. So these portrait miniatures sell for quite a bit of money. My goodness. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, so that's why I don't have too many in my collection. Yeah, I got lucky on that one. I found that as a sleeper. I think I paid 20 bucks for it. Here's another one, French miniature GUASS. More GUASSes. Interesting. Very similar, yeah, very similar, like, frame to mine. Let's check this out. AuctionNet. AuctionNet, did they sell for anything? Or, yeah, these are on GUASS. Huh, but they're signed, yeah. Ones that are signed will get more money. It only sold for 81 euros. Huh, very, very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, these are signed. But then again, oh, these are teeny, teeny, tiny. Mine's actually a large portrait miniature. So there you go. We get some ideas. We went down the Google rabbit hole. We found out about Lola Montez. And this is why I never sleep, because I'm always on Google and the internet, and especially going down the YouTube rabbit hole, watching videos. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you learned something. So long.